How are we going? We good? We're in a different spot here. Hey guys, what's going on? So great to see you. I really do appreciate everybody swinging by tonight. Doing things a little bit different from what we're normally doing. And we've got volume from my computer. There we go. We'll shut that off and mute it. I don't know why it always unmutes itself. But needless to say, y'all are here, and I'm really appreciate it. So let's get into what is going on in the world today. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to talk about what happened over Thanksgiving. We're going to be talking about vacation that I just got back from, what's going on in the world as far as the industry, a couple different things I'm going to talk about there, and then something that I've been asked to be a part of. But before we get into all of that, naturally, I want to reach back and say hello to everybody, because some of y'all have been in here for a minute. Hootie Hoo has been in here first. He's been here for like half an hour waiting for this live chat to start. I don't even know if he's still here or not, but if he is, sir, thank you so much for swinging by. It's really, really nice. Jacob S. Todd Schmidt, my boy, Todd. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Andrew Lovelace jumping in there says, who runs Bartertown? Master Blaster runs Bartertown. Master Blaster. You guys should know that. If you don't, you need to fix that. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty in there. Hi, how you doing? Got my let me know if it did. GG LFGGG, he's in there too. And part of the reason why I am down in the dungeon tonight doing my live chat. But before we get in any further, I'm going to go shut a door because my wife's watching her show, and you're probably going to be able to hear it. So give me just 1 second. There we go. Got that one fixed. So the Gun Snob is jumping in there first-ish. You're always first in my heart, Mr. Gun Snob. And let's see. Let's see here. Art jumping in there. Good to see you, Art. Tactical Pineapple. Always great to see you. Shooter 59. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you in the chat room as well. Kyle H. in there as well. If this is your first time, as always, make sure you hit that @fit_N_fire in your chat so you can highlight my name. It does it automatically, and I can see what's going on there. Yeah, Kyle H, vote fit and fire, everyone. We're going to get to that here in just a second because that's actually something that means a lot to me. Donnie jumping in there. Good to see you, Donnie. Hope your hunting season's doing you well. F18M223. I'm here. Today was a good day to cash in on Primary Arms 308 Gold Series Scope Cyber Monday. Yes, we're going to be talking about that here in just a second as well. M17. The N17 come? No, the M17 has not come yet. All right, so let's jump on into it. First and foremost, Thanksgiving was just last week, and if you guys had an opportunity to spend some time with your family, I hope you did. I hope it was a good time. I've got some good news and bad news on my front. The good news was no one threw fists at any of the Thanksgiving that I went to, which is good. There were a few awkward political conversations, as always, but at the end of the day, we all hugged it out and said our I love yous and got to spend time with the family. And that's the most important aspect of it, because time is something that we're never going to get back, regardless of what it is. Each moment is fleeting, and I really have come to the point of my life where I'm trying to make the best of every moment that I can. So it kind of reflects back to when I was younger and my son was younger. I was a completely different person than I am now. I'm a lot more patient with my daughter than I am with when I was with my son, and I feel bad about that. But I'm trying to make that up. Making sure I spend quality time, and that's what really Thanksgiving's all about: is spending that quality time, and being able to, being able to spend that quality time with your family and have a good time. The bad news is I've probably gained about 20 pounds over the 3 different Thanksgivings that I've been to, and I'm going to have to spend a lot of time working on that over the next month or so, because I got SHOT Show coming up, and I don't want to be rolled in like a Oompa Loompa, So I also wanted to take a second to say thank you to everyone out there. All of you people in the chat room right now, the people who are watching this on rerun, you guys are like the core group. You guys are the people who support the channel day in and day out. And I'm not so Devier that I don't realize that. The only reason why this channel is as successful as it is because of you guys. You guys do things like, share the videos with your friends. You're in there, giving me thumbs up and commenting and talking in the chat room. All of that stuff helps with the algorithm, and it's been able to allow some of my videos to kind of beat the shadow ban that I have going on with my channel. You will notice that if you go back and look at all of my videos since May, there are very few that are getting looks at. Really kind of right now are stuff earlier this year or late last year that are getting a lot of watches, and we're just going to have to figure out how to fight that. But I got you, Art. Yeah. So yeah. So that's that. I really do appreciate you guys. There's way too many of you to personally thank, but it is what it is, and I do recognize that you guys are the crew. You guys are the hardcore fans, and I really do appreciate that. DD is 86 saying howdy from Fort Campbell. Well, howdy to you. I just passed through there not too long ago. Good old Clarksville. I remember Clarksville very much. Matter of fact, there's a table just right over here. You can't see it, but I've got my air assault wings right over there. DD is. So Mike Singler, good to see you. Howdy, fan from Kentucky. Hey, my daughter was born in Kentucky. So yeah, there we go. All righty. Scrolling back, GG says hello from upstairs. And that, like I said, that's the reason why I am doing my live chat from downstairs. If you guys, if there's any interruptions with the internet, please let me know. I may do some of my live chats from down here in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Any change of perspective for you guys. Steve jumping in there. Good to see you. All right. So covered Thanksgiving. Hey, we're drinking tonight. What are you guys drinking? Anything? I'm drinking this stuff. I picked this up on my vacation down to Florida. You can't get this in Kansas. So this is Horse Soldier Bourbon. It's a straight bourbon whiskey, and let me tell you, this stuff is really good. It's on par with like a rye, and the guy who is running Horse Soldier is the commander of the ODA team that was first into Afghanistan back in 2001, fighting the Mujahideen and well, not the Mujahideen, but rather the Taliban, the Al Qaeda, and searching for Bin Laden. And since he got out, he came back and started this whiskey. Naturally, I am drinking it from my Lucky Shot 308 bourbon glass. You guys didn't see my last video. They're running a sale right now. If you guys are interested in some of these are actually really cool gifts, just for friends or whatever. So if you guys are interested in that, they're doing a cool sale. I did see that Todd says he's drinking rum. Good for you, sir. Good for you. freaking pirate. uh, Jacob S says, I'm starting the path of finding my favorite spirit. And it's a long, challenging path because your taste buds will change, right? So I was a big vodka drinker for a very long time, about 3 or 4 years, and then all of a sudden I just got bored of it and started drinking some bourbon. Actually, Templeton Rye was presented to me. Geez, when was that? It was probably about February last year, or February this year, rather. From Drew there in the chat room. He and I went to a movie, and it was John Wick 3 is what we went and saw together, and he had some Templeton Rye. I tasted it and loved it immediately. So I've been a bourbon rye whiskey guy ever since. So yeah, GGLFGGG says that he can testify that this is really good. This was actually a full bottle. Before Thanksgiving, and now it's not. So thanks for helping me drink it. That Tennessee honey, yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I'm not a big Jack Daniel's fan, but that Tennessee honey is really good. And then Crown Royal Peach, believe it or not, is really good. And Jack Daniel's Cinnamon, I think it's what it's called. The cinnamon whiskey they've got is really good as well. So, so there we have it there. Mail call coming in from last week as well. While I was on vacation, I was able to get the hookup on some AK stuff. Obviously, you guys know I've been running a lot on the AKs, and got some Bakelite. I got some really nice Bakelite from a friend on Instagram nicely. This is from the Ishmesh factory, I think is how you pronounce it, the Ishmesh factory. You can tell by the insignia right here. So these are really cool. Never thought I'd ever have some bakes, but I've got 2. Cost me a pretty penny, but it was well worth it for sure. So Shade Tree, Tallness. I like Jack Daniels, but moved over to Scotch. Yes, Glenn Levitt's 12-year-old is my go-to. Hey, Tufu's jumping in there. Yeah. Hey, great video, by the way, getting yelled at the range. That was really hilarious. Let's see. Art, you're cold? Or you got a cold? Sorry, bud. Let's see. X95, he jumped in there. Got a kind of personal policy not to drink whiskey until 10 p.m. However, it's wine time. All right, wine's not too bad. Cabernet Sauvignon. I can never pronounce that, but yeah, those are pretty good. I like blends. Apothic Red is one of my favorite wines, if there is. But yeah, so there's that. Kind of hinted to it. I was down in Florida, went to Disney World with the family. It was the post-deployment vacation to Disney World, and had a good time. Had a really good time. I had a good time. It was a double-edged sword. Let's put it this way. We caravanned down to Florida in 2 cars. We had 8 people. So a lot of conflicting personalities, for one. My daughter ended up with strep throat on the way down. One of the other children that was with us ended up with a disease called fifth disease. I've never even heard of it, but it's basically a cold, and then there's a rash that kind of starts with the cheeks. So you get the red, rosy cheeks, and it kind of supposed to go down your arms. It's a really weird thing, but it was a challenging vacation to say the least. But at the very end of it, it was a good time. Got to see the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge park that Disney has with their Hollywood studios, which is really cool because I'm a Star Wars geek, and the Mandalorian's a big thing right now, so that was really, really cool. Let's see here. I have I don't have it with me. I have an Olight that it's one of the little i3, let's see, the IO3s, the little small ones. I've got an Olight that I'll give away if anyone can tell me what pistol the Mandalorian is using. Email it to me. The first person to email it to me will win the little small Olights. I'll mail it to you. So send it to me. I'll check back here in about 10 minutes. If anybody can figure out what pistol the Mandalorian is using, and you have to get it to the exact type, because there are several different types of the pistols, and you have to get the exact type. No, Todd, it's not a G2C. Jerk. Needless to say, so but good trip down to Disney World. The other thing that I wanted to talk about Disney World is I'm thinking about doing a video on this. Let me know if you guys are interested in not a PPK. Let me know if you guys are interested in checking this out. But I was thinking about doing a video on being at Disney World, being at a theme park that doesn't allow you to conceal carry, and they do a somewhat thorough pat down before you get into the park. So if you're not able to carry in a large theme park like Disney World or Six Flags or something like that, what do you do? And I've thought about that. I thought about doing like a top 5 different things, and let me know what you guys would. Let me know if you guys are interested in that video. I'd be more than happy to do something like that. But I walked around the park and I was just like, something could go sideways here really quick. And would I be prepared for my family, especially in situations where my son, he's 21, almost, he's 21. He's with his girlfriend. They went off and did their own thing. They rode different rides than us. And, what happens if something goes down and we need to rally somewhere? What do we do then? What are some of the different exfil points out of the park? Is there any? Those types of things. So if you guys are interested in seeing some type of video, let me know down in the chat room. I'd love to see, love to do that video for you guys if you're interested. Grim Reaper jumping in there. Good to see you. No, not a YC9, not a U cannon. No, sir. F18M, he's saying that Olight has a good sale. Ordered a few myself. Yes, Olight did have a really great sale. Jodine, did you email me? If you did, you are somewhat correct, but the year is wrong. There you go. I see you. Make sure you send me an email. Let's see. I'll go ahead and check the email here real quick. It's already in the chat room, so. Oop. All right. So again, if you guys are interested in seeing that video, let me know. No, it's not a Sky. You guys, man, you guys crack me up. Art says he wants to see the video. Art, we're doing the video. Don't know when I'll get to it, but maybe this Friday. I'll have to see what I can do to have it out this Friday. But I really need to put my my thoughts down in a coherent manner, because I was thinking about it on my way to work, and I kind of shadow box in my truck on my commute to and from work. So I kind of run through a script and just talk to myself basically in the truck, if you guys can believe it. And I was just all over the place with my thoughts. So I need to really hone that down. That is so good. All right, hey. What happened last Friday? Did you guys know about that? I don't know if you realized it yet. Probably passed you by pretty quickly, but Black Friday happened. And we started our Black Friday shopping at about 8 p.m. on Thursday night. And the good news is my wife ended up buying all of her own Christmas gifts, so I'm free and clear. I don't have to buy anything for my wife this year for Christmas. Pause for 5 seconds. Yeah, I can see I'm a little blurry, so looks like this may not be the best place for the live chats, because I am pretty far. My router is way back this direction. So, hey, Mark, good to see you. That's a trap. It is a trap, Tufu. It is a trap. I already know it's a trap because she went out and bought all the gifts that I was supposed to buy for herself, and now she's tacking on to the Christmas list. I've already told her what I want for my Christmas. And that's actually another video I was actually thinking of doing, is a video specifically for the wife as to what my top 5 gifts ideas are for this year. But one of them I would actually have to do a step-by-step. This is how you go about getting it. So Mauser C96. No, that's Han Solo's. That's Han Solo's pistol. So Drew says he did his Black Friday at work. Yeah. So we had Black Friday on obviously last Friday. A lot of great sales going on. You have Cyber Monday today. I went ahead. I wasn't going to do this, but I had about, I don't know, half an hour at work. I really wasn't doing anything. I was waiting for an email to come in before I could really finish up some of the work that I was doing. So I went ahead and pulled together about, I don't know, a handful, 9, 12 different sales that are going on right now through Palmetto State Armory, Brownells, Aero Precision, covers it. But if you guys are interested in some of those sales, obviously they're over at fitandfire.com. So just click on the holiday sales or Christmas sales. There's a link right on the homepage. It'll take you over to the tab. And there's actually some really cool stuff. Palmetto State Armory has a Smith & Wesson Shield for $199. Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm for $199 after mail-in rebate. So I think before the mail-in rebate, it's like $250. But even still, I mean, Shield is a solid performer. I didn't really like that pistol when I first shot it, but it's really grown on me. So. Hey, Mario, jumping in there. Good to see you. Good to see you. I see what you say there, Mark. Yeah, totally. You got one present for yourself Friday. Since you gave your wood back, now you just gotta. Yeah. So you're not the first person to say that, Tactical Pineapple. I did get my wood back on Friday. Tactical Pineapple did some work for me on some furniture. Going to do a short video on that, which is really pretty cool. I really do appreciate that. So Apex Trigger makes the shield nice. Yes, it does, Todd. So anyway, Cyber Monday. There's some stuff closing out tonight. We're going to get to it, Mario. The topic tonight is just kind of a whole bunch of different stuff. We're going to be talking about sales going on, a new firearm that came out from one of the more disliked companies out there. I'll get to that here in just a second. And then something else that was really surprising. So I'm just kind of ranting at this point, and I really do appreciate you guys swinging by. So if you guys are interested in the sales, those are over on the website. One of the other things that I've got going on is got a new holster. This is from Hidden Hybrid Holsters. And ironically enough, I ended up with this. This got sent to me from Hidden Hybrid. They wanted me to take a look at their appendix or their inside the waistband holster. This was, I've already done a video on their outside the waistband / inside the waistband holster, the larger one. but they asked me to take a look at their inside the waistband holster, so I'm taking a look at this. So far, I've worn it for about a week, and they're solid, man. These are really good holsters. This backside right here is really nice. The suede that they put in here really locks that into the position that you wanted it in. So yeah, running this right now. Ironically enough, not only did this come in at the same time I'm writing an article on the top 10 best inside the waistband holsters, but I also just got done writing an article last week on, or I guess it was the week before last, on the best outside the waistband holsters. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, and we'll see about getting a video or links to that, rather, links to those articles. Most of the time I post those over on Instagram when they come out and I know about them. So, hey, Reno Mays jumping in there. Interestingly, if I can even speak, interestingly enough, I was just talking to Reno through DM, and I think we're going to get him locked in as a guest on one of the next live chats. So hopefully, if he's available next week, maybe we can have him on next week. Otherwise, we'll check our schedules and make sure that we can get linked up. So my question to you guys is, what is on, I know, speak English, right? That's usually Tufu saying that, right? Hey, Rena, good to go? All right, good. We'll get you set up. I'll send you an email. Just DM me with your email address. I'll get you an email, and we'll get everything locked up. So I was just typing that, right? What are some of the things that you guys are looking for? Are you looking for parts? Are you looking for optics? Are you looking for ammo deals? Are you looking for, firearms? Are you looking for hard to find things? What is it that you guys are looking for? That's going to help me not only drive some of the sales that I'm looking for, but also kind of help build my Christmas list as well. Easy ammo. Yeah. Okay. I know of a couple different places, and I know one place that I actually have really come to like here recently is Lucky Gunner. Lucky Gunner, I bought 1,000 rounds of 7.62 by 39 from them, and they were the cheapest that I could find it. Yeah, it was Tula, so it wasn't really expensive ammo to begin with, but they were I think $20, $10 to $20 cheaper than everybody else. And I think I got free shipping as well, which is really tough because anytime you ship ammo, there's hazmat. So if you can find ammo with free shipping, you're really going to that's a big win, is really what I'm getting at. Good EDC carry belts. Okay, yeah, I know two of them. One of them is a leather belt that I wear. I actually got to look at it because this is going to look weird, but I can never remember the name of it. Jason Weenie. Jason Weenie is the belt that I wear. I've been wearing it since 2014, and I've had zero issues with it. It's a really good, thick belt. It doesn't fold over on itself like a lot of low-profile belts do. My wife wears a Blue Alpha Gear belt with her uniform, and she wore that all through Afghanistan, where she had to carry either a M9 or a M17 on her hip. She loved it. So definitely Blue Alpha, their low profile stuff. No, I did not pull a G2C out of that holster. Man, you guys in the G2C, man. It's cracked me up. So yeah, there's that. That's a good one. That's a really good tough thing to find. Yeah, Todd Smith, Blue Alpha for the win. Also, Blue Alpha, they make some of the most comfortable shirts as well. I don't know how they figure that out, but Core Essentials, I'd agree with Shooter 59. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think, don't they have the ratchet system or something like that with their belts for their dressy belt? I think I don't have any experience with it, but I seem to remember those were pretty solid. Hey, Tactical Pineapple. Good night, man. Thanks so much. Where's a good place to buy an M1 Garand other than the Civilian Marksmanship Program? I would say Gunbroker. Yep. Typically on Gunbroker, you're going to be able to find M1s from a whole bunch of different FFLs. That's usually where I go to start my search. Is Gunbroker. I go there to find a kind of the median of what I should be expecting as far as a price, and then go from there. Go from like grab a gun. I mean, really, to be honest with you, a good thorough Google search would be a good way to do that, Jacob. So gun store, yeah. Say Mario trying to be smart, smart guy. But yeah. So let's see. So those are really some good suggestions on things to be looking for. Gun belt, ammo. Yeah, good. Mark, good night, man. Thanks for swinging by. Eastern time zone. Yeah, I know that's harsh. Have a great Tuesday. So needless to say, we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We got Taco Tuesday tomorrow. If you guys are interested in tacos, tacos are good. And then throw that. My first rifle. I got to make sure the timing's correct. So if we're talking about just a rifle, regardless of what it is, my first rifle was a Remington 710 and 30-06, and that was a straight up deer hunting rifle. And then my next one, I actually traded that rifle for an M68 CCO optic that may or may not have accidentally fell off a truck in Afghanistan. I don't know. But it ended up in my hands. And now that M68 now belongs to a certain Mr. Lovelace in the chat room. So yeah, it was a Remington 710 bolt action, Bushnell optic, and then got rid of that, and that kind of helped pay for my first AR build, which was an LMT upper with a DS arms lower, and it was just a standard M4 style. So, hey, look at that. Alan jumping in there. POF USA has 40% off Glock slides. Yeah, that'll good. Folk Fan on Gunbroker is a good seller at Fit and Fire. So there you go, Jacob. Folk _ fan on Gunbroker. Pops is saying that that's a good seller for the M1. So heads up there. Where can I find spandex for men? Drew, that would be Dick's. PSA has good ammo deals now and then. Ammo Supply Warehouse charges shipping, but is extremely fast in getting to you. Yeah, so, and that's actually a really good point. Reno did a video here recently talking about PSA, and he talked about the triangle, right? You got cheap, good quality, and fast service, right? And in that triangle, you can get it for cheap, and you probably can get it for good quality, but you're not going to get it really fast, right? Or you can get it really fast and good quality, but you're not going to get it cheap, right? So you can always get two sides of the triangle, but you're not going to get the third. And that was actually a good analogy that he brought up about PSA. I'm a big fan of PSA. I think that they have really cornered the market on the idea of trying to put an AR-15 in every person's home, but at the same time, there's been some issues. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that PSA is the best thing since sliced bread. That's not going to be what I do. OBN, unfortunately, you're not first, but thanks for jumping in. So, Wu-Tang Wednesday. Kyle, how did I forget Wu-Tang Wednesday? Cheers to you. Here is a drink. Well, hey.
She's dying to be with me.
She's dying to be with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Come here, girl. I got my German Shepherd just came down here. Come here, girl. So she's been a little anxious from what the wife has said. So, okay, lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. All right. Most custom AK builds are somewhere between 4 to 12 months out. And yeah, that's actually what really concerns me, because the RD NATO is actually on my Christmas list. Really want one. Yeah. Drew's got it. Hi, Roxy. So that actually, man, that hits me right here to see that 4 to 12 months on a RD NATO. What do you think, Tufu? Is that about right? So Todd Smith's jumping in there saying PSA lower will be used for the golf ball launcher. Man, come on, man. That about covers it up for. If you guys have any other things that you are interested in as far as Christmas lists, what's on your Christmas list? What's some good gift ideas? Keep on plugging away in the chat room. Art jumping in there. Roxy is the only female willing to get next to Mark. She is always next to me too. This German Shepherd, man, I tell you what. If I was to abruptly stop some days, I would get a German Shepherd colonoscopy. She is that close to me all the time, but she doesn't like to cuddle. She does not want me to give her hugs or curl up next to her on the floor or anything like that. So, needless to say, she's my at arm's length bee. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Yeah. Talk to the AK guy, aka Brandon Herrera. Yeah, I hear you. That. Do you hear about Sandy Hook suing Remington? Yeah, I heard about that. To be honest with you, I don't think that that's going to really result in anything. And if it does, anyone is going to be able to be sued. I mean, Horse Soldier whiskey here that I'm drinking tonight, they'll be sued if someone is killed in a drunk driving accident, or Budweiser or whomever. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So Bones, hey man, good to see you. Catch me on the replay, man. That's cool. So, oh, thanks, Tufu. You're gonna call and ask. That's cool. So speaking of which, on specialty rifles, HK. I don't know if you just saw what's going on with InRange TV. They had a video today. Gun Collective talked about it today. I saw a meme about it on 9mm SMG. HK has unveiled their new pistol, and it's the SP5, which is basically the civilian version of the MP5. So that's pretty cool. What's not cool is the price tag. The SP5 is right around, I think what John said from the Gun Collective, it was like $28.95 or $27.95, something like that, just under $3,000. And my question, serious question, is why would I buy an HK SP5 if I could pick up a POF, Pakistan Ordnance Factory MP5 clone for like $1,300? Why would I do it? The POF is made on the same tooling as an HK. In fact, they got the license and the tooling to be able to build those. So why would you do that? It just blows me away. Blows me away. Too much money. Yeah, too much money. I mean, that's unobtainium. You know, I don't understand why some manufacturers think that they can get away with it. It's unfortunate. So no, Art, I don't run any comps on pistols, not because I don't think it's a good idea. It's just I really haven't. I think anything that you compensate is great. Keep that muzzle flip from happening, but I mean that's why you have brakes on AR-15s and stuff like that. You're going to have those naysayers that are like, "Oh, it's a 9mm. You don't need a compensator or a brake on it. You know, it's only a 5.56. You don't need it." But you know what? If you can make it any more flatter to keep your sights on target, go with it. Let's see. Drew, yeah, he jumped in here and said the MP5 market is going to be flooded soon. You're absolutely right. So that could force HK to bring the cost down, maybe, because Palmetto State Armory, they've got an MP5 coming out at some point. Who knows when that's supposed to be? Supposedly they're supposed to be building them right now. I don't know. I'm expecting that they'll have at shop with their R&D. Who knows what's going to happen? Doesn't the CMMG run the roller delayed system like the HK? I don't know. I think their 9mm stuff maybe just straight blowback, but I don't know. So zero muzzle movement. Yeah. Hey, flat shooting 22 long rifle. Let's do it. There you go, Mario, jumping in there. That's good. Tufu saying because they are HK, they hate their customers and told their customers to stop being poor. Yeah, that's basically it. Especially when the customers are out there saying that they want a 10mm MP5, they want some other variants of the MP5. What does HK do? Hey, here's our original HK. Yeah. If Shield Arms was able to cram 15 rounds by using a steel mag instead of polymer, couldn't they cram more into a Glock 17/19? Yeah, they could. It's all about the design, realistically, and springs and followers and stuff like that. I really think that you probably could. I mean, who is it? Oh man, who is it? A Men 2. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. A Men 2 has 18-round magazines for their Glock 17. So, if you can do that in a polymer mag, you definitely can do it for a Glock 19. There's no reason why you couldn't do it. Another virgin unicorn to sacrifice. Yeah, that's very good. That's good, Matt. You're always on it. Good for you, dude. All right, so I wanted to cover the last little bit because we're 44 minutes into this shindig, and I'm just rambling at this point. And I want to talk to you guys real quick about something that I've been invited to be involved with. And part of me is like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Part of me is like, it's kind of silly. But at the end of the day, I'm extremely honored to be a part of it. And that's the Gundies, right? You saw it on the thumbnail. The Gundies is an award. It's the first annual Gundies, and it's an award for things like the best gun reviewer, the best influencer, the person most likely to survive the zombie apocalypse, the best shooter. I mean, there's all these different categories, and I've been nominated for 3. Now, why is this cool? It's really cool because I've been nominated with other channels like Grand Thumb, Mr. Guns and Gear, the Military Arms Channel, the Gun Collective. These channels are huge. These channels are 10 or 20 times my size, and I've been nominated with them. And I think that is really, really cool because it tells me as a creator that I matter to you guys. It tells me that my reach is just as viable as some of these other creators, as seen with some of the videos that I've got that has, a few 100,000 views, which is really cool. But at the same time, I also realized that this is just for fun. I've seen some people talking about how, oh, this is silly, this is stupid. I mean, what's the point? And yeah, what's the point? What's the point of any award? Big freaking deal. But I wanted to read to you guys what the Gundies is really all about. This is on Instagram. This is the story right here under today's post. They posted it about 6 hours ago. And it says they wanted to explain what's going on with the first annual. Created with the goal of being together. With the constant negativity and outside attacks, it was time for a good old-fashioned friendly competition. And at the end of the day, who doesn't love competition, right? So that's actually a pretty good idea. It's also an opportunity to highlight some of your favorite creators in the community. We are 100% community-driven, popular vote system. Every vote you cast is counted. The Gundies pass all barriers. We've simply brought creators from all parts of our community into one place. Voice your opinion about them through the vote. If you don't agree with one, then vote for those that you do. This is your chance to let your voice be heard. Finally, each category has some incredible prizes thanks to our amazing sponsors. More on that on thegundies.com. But show your sponsors some love. And these are the sponsors: Sylvan Arms, Sig Sauer, 88 Tactical, Microtech Knives, Ballistic Advantage, which Ballistic Advantage is one of my favorites. They make some really awesome barrels. They're the ones that make the barrels for Aero Precision. Huge Aero Precision fan, so that's cool. Brownells, huge fan of Brownells as well. US Elite Gear, Gallotech, and Vault-Tec Safe. Those are the sponsors of the Gundies. And basically what this is an opportunity for you guys to, basically vote on your favorite. Who's your favorite influencer? Who's your favorite gun reviewer? Who's your favorite shooter? And it's really cool that I got nominated for one of these. I was actually at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park a couple weeks ago and waiting for a show to start. It was actually a really cool show they did on the water with all these little boats, and they had different lights and effects and flames and everything else. It was actually really cool. But before the show, I started sifting through my emails, and I came across this email from the Gundies, and I was like, "What is this?" And at first, I thought it was spam. I thought it was just a a fake email, and I looked at it and I started reading through. And the more and more I started reading it, the more I realized this is legit. And they were throwing out names like Sig Sauer and Brownells, and I know that Brownells just wouldn't sign their names to anything. So to see that, I thought that's cool. So I clicked on it and registered, and all that jazz to make sure that I had accepted their nomination, and then saw that the Grand Thumb has been nominated, Mr. Guns and Gear, the Gun Collective, and I was like, oh yeah, this is legit. So to see that, I just passed over my phone and showed it to my wife, and I was like, look at this. We just kind of had a laugh. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I did see that some people were like, well, I don't want to vote because I have to enter my email address. So if you guys are worried about being spammed by a company that has your email address, that's fine. I mean, the NSA at the end of the day has your email address. They know everything about you. They're monitoring everything. That good old Patriot Act. Yeah, thanks, Donnie. I should have best hair. That would actually be a really good category. But the deal with the Gundies is, if you guys are interested, you can vote every day for 30 days. So don't think that just because you voted once that's the end of it. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, if you guys are interested in seeing me win something, that would be super cool. If not, just the fact of me being nominated is really awesome. But you guys are able to vote. Please do. I'd be ecstatic to win, to have a channel that's only like 18,000 subscribers and then beat out someone that's like, I don't know, Mr. Guns and Gear, something like that. That would be really cool. And it would actually kind of bring some clout to the channel, maybe a little bit, but at the same time, it's just for fun, and that's all that matters. So I thought I'd talk to you guys about that. What do you guys think? Is the Gundies just kind of a sham, or do you think it's actually something that could help bring the gun community together? What I was saying here, you guys are eligible. Allows you to be entered into a drawing from the sponsors. So I think that they have a P320 that they're going to give away from SIG. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So definitely swing on by thegundies.com and check that out. The NFA is a sham. Yeah, Todd, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. That's hilarious. Yeah. Donnie says, I mean, if he doesn't win, we need to get Kanye on it. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Jim Yeager. Yeah, I don't understand why James Yeager wasn't on there, or Jim or James. Jim Yeager was pretty cool. Yes, our granddaddy does beat everyone in all categories. I mean, he's a cool dude. I mean, he's got so much personality and charisma, and he's just so dreamy and everything. But at the end of the day, the idea of being able to create something that we can all kind of pull together and rally around and be a part of for the gun community, we've had a pretty rough year, and the last couple of months haven't been too shabby as well. With that thing that happened in New York with the red flag law and all that stuff, that was pretty ridiculous. I don't even know if we're even out of the woods of that yet. That has really shaken the community and really divided the community, because I think there's I don't know about half, but there's a large section of the community that is still supporting Whiskey Warrior 556. There's another side of the community that's like, no, he's just nothing but a wife beater. There's another side of the community that's just like, who cares? This is ridiculous. We don't have enough information, and to be able to pull ourselves away from such division and to have something to kind of chat about, and say, hey, who you voting for? Who you voting for? This kind of yes, Mario, red flag is garbage. You're absolutely right. And let's rewind a little bit, and let's say hypothetically, because we don't have the information yet, but hypothetically, let's say that Whiskey Warrior 556 situation was legit a red flag law, red flag infringement. What will you guys do? I mean, that's a really tough question to ask yourself. Are you really the type of person that's going to be like, from my cold dead hands, or are you going to comply? It's easy for us to have someone that goes up to Capitol Hill and says, I will not comply. But at the end of the day, it's a tough question to answer, I mean, is my wife and kid going to be cool with me saying, no, they're not coming in, and I'm going to defend my home as I see it, per what the Constitution says, or are you just going to comply? That's really, really tough. It's really tough, man. And naturally, you've got the media trying to spin things. You're going to have the police department trying to spin things to make you look as bad as possible. So. Anyway, I think it was a good idea for the Gundies to come about. I think it was perfect timing, because it really does kind of distract us from some of the negativity that's going on. So GGLFGGG saying, I think Gundies has a chance of going somewhere. I hope so. I think it's actually really cool, especially if they're able to get some more sponsors, get someone in there like Palmetto State Armory, or even like BCM, or someone to Daniel Defense to give away a rifle. That would be pretty awesome too. Art jumping in there saying, honestly, I believe in our rights as much as possible, but I will draw the line at harming someone who's doing their job, especially those who protect me on every other day. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Violence begets violence. But at the same time, there's a very large segment of people that's saying that, freaking the cops are just as implicit in red flags as the laws themselves. They really doing their job and standing up for the Constitution would kick your door down and enact red flag laws. Yeah, they're just doing their job, but are they really just doing their job? Jacob saying, let's see here. Anybody else here when the AR style rifles were released to civilian market? What did parents have to say about them? So that's a tough question to actually answer, because the AR rifles were released to the civilian market a while ago. I mean, I was still in grade school, I think, when the AR-15 really started to become mainstream. My dad's got an H-bar, right, a heavy barrel AR-15, and he got that I think when I was still in grade school as well. So I've always, to be honest with you, the AR-15 was really the only rifle that I've known for quite some time. Growing up with movies like Heartbreak Ridge, that was the M16, and I saw that, and obviously the AK-47 is the preferred weapon of your enemy. It makes a distinctive sound when fired at you. So the AR-15, M16, AK-47, those two have been kind of nostalgic for me. So I don't have any problems with them. I think one of the issues that maybe parents have a problem with when it comes to AR-15s today is the fact that the media has portrayed them in such a certain light. I think that if they spent more time talking about Glocks, and that they're the preferred weapon of the shootings in Chicago, we would have the same thing. I mean, shoot, Joe Biden came out, last week, 2 weeks ago, saying that we should ban all 9mm pistols? What? No. Which, for the boomers out there, they'd be like, heck yeah, ban those 9mm, man. Bring the freaking 45 ACP back, man. Freaking one shot, 230 grains of pain, man. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, H bar is nifty. I see what you did there. You're next. Yeah, it is nifty. Nifty is a good word. You guys should use that more often. Just like the freaking hang loose, man. Freaking bring back nifty. That's what I'm saying. 50 caliber bullets. My 60-plus-year-old mother likes my AR-15. She can shoot it easier than my pistols. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Art said it correctly. I got a friend of mine who lives in Virginia who is being affected by the flip in the House and the Senate being turned from Republican to Democrat. And I basically kind of, privately called him out and said, hey, you're part of the problem. You're part of the reason that the state flipped, because you're sitting back and you're like, oh, my vote doesn't count because there's so much Democratic push in my state that my vote really is not going to matter and it's not going to make any difference. Well, how do you know that, right? Did you know that the day before? You thought that, but you didn't actually know that. And you could have used your influence to reach out to other people saying, hey guys, man, we've got a fight here. I need your help, and do just straight up grassroots stuff. If you're not voting, especially in your local, your municipality, county, your district, if you're not voting in those areas, your state elections, you're really doing yourself a disservice. Like them or love them, leave them, whatever. Maj, he ran for the city council in Philadelphia, and he didn't win. But at the very least, he got his name out there. People know him for the dude that ran for city council. So doing those things, right? So yeah, Rabbi Goldstein. Oh my gosh. Hey, Rabbi, good to see you. What are we talking about? Auschwitz. Those people died due to supply lines being cut by the Allies. The Holocaust didn't hold up to the facts. Yeah, not sure what. It sounds like a lot. I got you, Gun Snob. As much as I 100% disagree with the Democrats, there is a Democrat guy who is always at my local polling place. Got to respect his dedication, at least. Yeah, the people who vote Democrats, you would be surprised that there is more in common than what you think. My aunt, she is freaking left wing as far as you can get in some of the things, but she's like, at least I agree with you about guns, I'm like, okay. She still doesn't quite understand the whole gun argument. She doesn't quite understand the fact that there's no such thing as military style ammunition. But, at the very least, it's one thing that we can agree on. There's a few other things that we agree on too, but she's like, yeah, open the borders, let everybody in. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. No, I don't know about that. Yeah, we're going to just go ahead and do that. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that one as well. Rabbi Goldstein, your comments are not appreciated. That's not appreciated. So we're just going to go ahead and delete those. So I want to be able to buy good ammo for 5.7. Man, Alan, that's actually tough. I don't know very much about 5.7. I would say, as much as you're probably going to laugh about this, but I would say go over and check out Paul Harrell and look at his videos, because he's a big fan of the 5.7, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to highlight a number of different good ammunition choices for the 5.7. So go ahead and yeah, whatever, Rabbi. Okay, yeah, keep on going. So bye-bye. See you later. Needless to say, yeah, check out Paul Harrell. He'd probably have some good ideas. Hey, Art, that's a good idea. That's a good point. I think Hong Kong has shown more passion and fight, which should be inspiring to us in America, but they're looking at us like we have the answers. Yeah, we don't have the answers. We really don't. And it's unfortunate. We should have the answers. I mean, we've built our society on things of, freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to gather, the Second Amendment to defend the First Amendment, the Fourth and Fifth Amendments. I mean, the Bill of Rights altogether is a great place to start, and to see China's influence into Hong Kong and how they are trying to silence Hong Kong and shut them down. It's very interesting to see that the Brits have yet to say anything about Hong Kong, and they were in charge of them for centuries, right? So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. All right, so let's see. We are going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. Yeah. I just saw it, Matt. I just saw your comment. Military style ammunition. WTF is that? Is it cheap? Doesn't talk trash when you shoot it, right? I know. So my aunt is convinced that when you, and I know what she was getting at, but she never said it. When you shoot a 5.56 or a 2.23 round into gel, right, it naturally expands because of the vacuum that's created behind it. And in ballistic gelatin, it expands so much that when it gets to a certain point, it collapses in on this with the same amount of force that it expanded on. So when the walls of that expansion comes in on itself, it slaps itself and creates this flash as if there's an explosion, but it's not. It's exactly what a sabot round does when it goes through an opposing tank. A 9mm round would do it if you could get it going fast enough, and that's what she was trying to talk about, Matt. So so I tried to explain it to her, and the more I started to explain it to her in typical fashion, she's I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I was like, you realize I run a YouTube channel about guns. Like I'm not an expert, but I know what I'm talking about here. So yes, it is not cheap. It's actually extremely expensive, and it does talk trash to you when you shoot it, just like your drill insertions did. All righty. All right. Yeah, I know, right? Totally, Matt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Sound cut for you for 12 seconds. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hydroshock. Yeah, hydrostatic shock. Yeah. All righty. So thanks for swinging by, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut things down here. Appreciate you, everybody, swinging by. Again, if you have the opportunity to sound off in the comment sections after I shut down this video, this live chat, about what you're interested in seeing as far as gift ideas for yourself, what's on your Christmas list, what are some of the products you're interested in seeing. Definitely sound off. Let me know what you guys are interested in. Next week, hopefully, as Reno was saying, looks like we're good to go. We will have him on the show, And providing everything works out as far as schedules goes, we will have him on the show next week. And I think Reno May, he's got a really interesting channel because he's not your typical like gun reviewer. He does review products, but it's completely different than a lot of people. I do a lot of my stuff out at the range. He does a lot of his stuff at the tabletop, and I think that's actually pretty interesting. He also does a lot of discussion-based videos as well, and that's something I really like about him. Thanks for having us for the fun. Let's see. TN shirt mark, Tennessee shirt mark. I don't know what you're talking about. Tennessee shirt. This is a freaking. If you're talking about my shirt, this is my buckle shirt. So got it from the buckle. But with that being said, thanks guys so much for swinging by. As always, I sure do appreciate your support. Don't forget to vote in the Gundies. Vote every day. You can vote in several different categories. Please vote for Fit and Fire. I would appreciate all of your support. Regardless if I win or lose, I probably will lose everybody in every category. But I do appreciate the fact that I'm being nominated and you guys are there to support me. So Tundra Tactical shirt. Oh yeah. I got the I actually wore it at Disney World, Mario. The AK Jesus is my homeboy. Yeah, I wore that there one of the days. So got a lot of compliments on it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here again. Finally, thanks so much for swinging by. Have a great one. Good night to y'all. As always, keep calm and carry. Good night, y'all.